Yo, how y'all feeling? Y'all good? I know I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
I'm your host, Solomon.
This your girl, Toya.
And this is
The Be Different Podcast.
Welcome back to the Be Different Podcast. As an intro started, I'm your host, Solomon, here with my mom.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Toya.
Oh, yeah, man. As y'all can see, we back again with another episode, man. But before we get into it, y'all already know y'all can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and anywhere else where you listen to your podcast. All of the Be Different Podcast.
And y'all already know what to do. Go follow us on our social media pages. Instagram @_Be Different Podcast. X @_Be Different Pod. TikTok Be Different Pod _clips. If you want to be a guest on the show or have an ad on the show, contact us at our business email at bedifferentpod06@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah, man. Now, like I said, we got another episode for y'all, man, because, free agency has started in the NBA, and a lot has been going on, along with the WNBA. A lot has been going on this side as well, so they're going to come at y'all with a little episode.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into it. Like he just said, a lot's been going on in the world of basketball, so let's start out with the WNBA. They have selected their 2025 All-Star starters. And the starters are Aaliyah Boston, Paige Buckner, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Alicia Gray, Sabrina, y'all know her last name, Nanika, Satu Sabali, Brianna Stewart, and Aja Wilson. And Paige is the only 2025 rookie to be named as a WNBA All-Star starter. What you think about that?
Paige Buckner is the only rookie ever, I think, to be named WNBA.
That's what I thought
starter.
too, but when I went back and read it, it says Paige Buckner is the only rookie of the 2025 class to be named a WNBA starter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I misread it too, yeah.
Nah, they misread. They just got it wrong, because this is what it said. Only rookie to be a WNBA All-Star.
Yeah, it is.
But shout out to all those women, man. No surprise about the starting lineup on each one. These girls been dominating their conference since the beginning of the season, man.
Yep. Moving on, WNBA players ranked Caitlin Clark 9th among guards in All-Star voting. So they voted the players, and Caitlin, she was voted, like I said, 9th among the guards in All-Star voting. In the fan rank, she was number 1, and in the media rank, she was number 3. So she got her lowest rank among her colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Just some other notable players. Paige Buckner, who we just talked about. Fan rank, she was number 2. Media rank 5, and player rank 4. What you think about that?
I ain't mad at it,
Yeah.
The Caitlin Clark being 9, I feel like it's more so of the other players hating on her than her actually not being
It's good.
as good as they think she is. But compared to other girls on this list, like, in my opinion, I do feel like Paige Buckner has a higher ceiling than Caitlin Clark, because, Caitlin Clark, she can shoot the mid-range jumper, get to the rim, but her bread and butter is the three-point shot.
Yeah.
And if you stop her three-point shot, she going to go to the basket, or she going to dish the ball off, get her team at the open shot. Now, I do feel that Caitlin Clark is a better playmaker, but overall scoring-wise, I feel like Paige Buckner is better. Because she just score at all 3 levels. Like, she don't have to depend on the 3. She can get to her mid range. She can get to the rack, finish for a layup. But like Alicia Gray, I agree with that.
her.
Like, she great player. Kelsey Mitchell, great player. Skylar Diggins, great player. Like all these girls that's on here are great players.
And
So.
like Nafisa Collier, she was #1 in fans, 2 in media, and 2 in player rank.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think that's right for her.
But with her position, that's the right ranking because
Yeah.
Asia Wilson is #1, just like how she is voted #1.
Yep. Asia got 3 in fans, 1 in media, and 1 in player rank.
Exactly,
So,
that's how it's supposed to be. Then you got the girl from Seattle coming in at 3rd. The way she has been hooping though.
Yep. Angel Reese, she got 5 in fans, 12 in media, and 12 in player. That don't shock me either.
It doesn't
shock me either. But anyway, keeping with Caitlin Clark, the WNBA had their little in-season tournament like the NBA, and they call it the Commissioner's Cup. Caitlin was not able to play in that game because their left growing is still bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
Although she didn't play, her team still won. They won the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, and this their first time in history winning it. They beat the Minnesota Lynx.
Yep, Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah.
Yep.
They started off the season undefeated.
They did.
But
a lot of teams started the season off undefeated. Like I know the Liberty, they started off undefeated. I think they lost like they last 4 out of 5 games that they played.
Yep. We were just talking about the All-Star selections. Seattle's players, the Nika Omagabwe, I probably mispronounced her name, but she joins Elite Company. She was selected to her 10th WNBA All-Star selection. She joins Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, and Tamika Catchings as the only of the WNBA players to do that.
Okay,
So congratulations to her. Yeah, Diana played forever, so I knew she was gonna be on this list.
Yeah, shout out to the girl from Seattle. I don't want to say her name wrong, but hey, she been doing her thing for a long time. I've been seeing her like she been putting up some great numbers.
Yeah,
numbers.
She has been around a long time. A long time. Sue Bird, congratulations to her. She's the first player to be honored with a statue by a WNBA franchise.
That's major.
That's major, yes. The Seattle Storm will unveil a statue of WNBA legend Sue Bird outside of Climate Pledge Arena on August 17th. That, like you said, that's major.
That's major right there. Yeah. Shout out to her, man. First WNBA player to be honored with a statue.
Shout out to Seattle for honoring her.
For real, though. Like, that's going to make a lot of other teams come out with statue covers. So, Bird got one. You know Candace got to get one.
That was my next story. Speaking of Candace, the L.A. Sparks retired her jersey the other night.
You know she got to get a statue.
So, they got to put her one outside. Do the Sparks play at the same arena as the Lakers?
I would imagine so, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Like I said, I would imagine so. Like, it ain't no point of building
both on purple and gold.
Exactly. Then you got the Clippers and the Lakers both playing. That's so you might.
The Clippers got their own facility now.
They do? Oh, okay.
But congratulations to Candace Parker. Candace Parker is still the only WNBA player to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season. Still the only player.
They don't get talked about enough.
It doesn't. Like, it does not.
People don't understand. Well, I ain't gonna say people don't understand. If you know sports, you understand how hard it is to be a rookie. Not just to win Rookie of the Year, because you the best rookie. Okay, cool. But you was the best rookie and the best player in the league.
Amongst all the veterans.
Exactly.
You know,
people, this crazy. Like even your greatest basketball players in the NBA ain't did that.
Yeah. So congratulations to Candace. If I'm not mistaken, Chicago is retiring her jersey also. So congratulations to Candace Parker. Some good news again from the WNBA. They announced expansion teams. The WNBA announced it will expand to 18 teams with new teams in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. The Cleveland team will begin play in 2028, followed by Detroit in 2029 and Philadelphia in 2030. That is major news for the WNBA.
Great news.
Yes,
great news. I mean, like, well, we already knew people were watching the WNBA more, but it's giving girls more opportunities to, you know what I'm saying, play. Like the girl that didn't get drafted, now it's 3 more teams coming. More opportunity. More ways for WNBA to get money, get some exposure out there, bro, because people gonna support it. Like,
and they're going to some good cities.
Exactly.
I mean, Cleveland. Think about the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, they got a great fan base, and I think it will translate to the
it's gonna translate
side.
for sure.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
then Detroit and Philadelphia. You know how Philadelphia people are
both,
about their
both,
sports.
both of them are great sports cities. Like the fan base gonna transfer and they gonna
Yes.
support the WNBA.
Yeah,
Like
I'm excited. for
keeping
that.
it 100, it's gonna take a few. Like it's gonna take some time. Like but the thing about the cities they going to, these cities are used to having bad teams sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Cleveland, they getting better, but they
Yeah.
used to having a bad team.
Look
Detroit,
how long it took until a run
exactly.
won the championship.
Detroit, same way. They
Yep.
used to. They good now. Like even the Lions used to be horrible. Now look at them now.
0-16
Exactly.
seasons,
Look at them now.
yes.
Look at the Pistons. They
Yep.
bad, but they just made the
rebuilding,
playoffs,
yeah.
rebuilding. So
Yeah.
like with these fan bases they got, they know. Yeah, we may be bad now, but if we stay down, our time coming.
Yep.
Because each one of them cities done been through this phase, or even going through the phase now.
And I don't think Jalen Hurts is going anywhere, so I can see him supporting the team in Philadelphia.
Yep.
You know, real heavy. So
Like that's what they gonna have to do though. They gonna have to get involved with the other team.
Yeah.
To come together and help get the support for them, just at least for the start.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just to get the
To
city
bring the people
behind
out,
them
yeah.
and everything.
yeah. But again, that's major news. 3 more teams coming to the WNBA. So that's all I got for the WNBA. You got anything else? All right, y'all. We finna
Not
go
for
to
WNBA.
the NBA for trade. As you know, June 30th was the official day that trades could start happening in the NBA for the 25-26 season. And we're going to talk about several of them. Let's start out with Oklahoma City Thunder center/forward Jalen Williams is signing a new 3-year, $24 million contract extension to stay with the Thunder.
You said this so backwards. Not with the picture you read, but you said we're gonna start off with trades and you start off with a signing.
Oh, to me they the same thing, but okay.
Nah,
but they're not.
I'm
I know
saying he
they're
on the
not.
same team.
Yeah, I know they're not. But what you think about that signing?
I mean, it's a good sign. Like I said, OKC gonna bring everybody back. They not gonna lose nobody who had that same exact team. I mean, that's a good sign. Though, like I said, ain't spent too much money on them. Got 3 years out of them, 24 mil.
That's
You know,
not bad.
that's one less person you know you have to worry about paying in the long run.
You already took care of him. Moving on to another signing. Minnesota Timberwolves and Julius Randle. 3 years, $100 million.
It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I do feel they could have saved that money and used Julius to go get a better asset for their team.
Yeah.
Like
Another score.
they possibly could have saved that money and used Julius to go get Giannis. As just possibly.
Possibly, yeah.
Because if they would have threw in Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo,
Some draft pick.
and maybe Nikhil Alexander-Walker before we talk about where he went to.
We already talked about him. He went to the Hawks. We talked about him in the last episode.
We did?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. Before he went to the Hawks, that would have been enough to get Giannis.
That was a nice package.
That would have been enough to get Giannis.
I mean, Julius, I don't think Julius is a bad player. I just don't think he's your number 2 scorer.
You get Julius Randle, he gonna give you 20 points,
Yeah.
8 rebounds, with beat 5, 6 assists.
And then you
consistently.
said,
Then you got Dante DiVincenzo. You know his resume from New York.
Yep.
Gonna shoot the 3 ball.
3 ball,
Minnesota just ain't use him the way I felt they should have been
Yeah.
using him. In
And
my
then
opinion.
with-
And then you get Nikhil Alexander-Walker, 3-and-D guard, gonna knock
Yes.
3 down, go play defense, can get to the
And
rack.
he proved himself when he had to guard Shea.
Exactly,
I mean,
like-
so yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That
That would
would've
have
been
been
a good
enough
package.
to
Yeah.
get Giannis. Maybe if you throw in a draft pick.
Yeah.
1 or 2 draft.
That would have been a good
That's
package.
cool.
But we shall see how that work out
But-
for them.
I don't know though, bro, because with this apron and all this stuff, teams haven't been sending multiple players
So yeah.
when they trade. It's been a player and a draft pick,
And
just
that's
one
it,
player.
pretty much.
And then if it's not a draft pick, it's just player for player.
Player for one, yeah, player for player. Like this one, the next one we finna talk about. The Utah Jazz are trading Colin Sexton and a 2030 second round pick to the Charlotte Hornets for Yusuf Nurkic. I had really forgot about Colin Sexton, to be honest with you.
I'm not mad at what the Hornets doing, but my only concern is they have a lot of guard play.
Yeah.
And my thing is who gonna be in the post? Because Because I don't know who they drafted, but just think about guards alone.
They just signed Dinwiddie, didn't not Dinwiddie. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think that's true because I didn't see anything about that on
Okay,
ESPN. That stuff on Facebook, I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
me either.
So, but think about they guard play. You got LaMelo Ball, you got Brandon Miller, you got Colin Sexton coming in, you got Seth Curry still. They signed another guard. Let me see if we talking about it. If I'm not mistaken. He to the Kings. Even though there's still a lot of guards off the rip who I just named.
Yeah, that is.
Then you have like Miles Bridges. Then who else you got? Who else do they have? I don't even know who else they have, but I know they post game. That's what I'm worried about
Like
with
who
them.
they gonna get for their center? Yeah. The Knicks re-signing James Harden. He decided to stay with the Clippers on a 2-year, $81.5 million deal.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's reasonable for him. You know, James Harden is getting old, so.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good season last year, though.
He
And then
did.
with the hefty Kawhi coming back,
Yeah.
the Clippers definitely going to make a push, though.
Oh,
I can definitely see them making a push.
Oh, yeah. Los Angeles Lakers forward Dorian Finney-Smith, he declined his $15.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season and entered free agency.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Houston Rockets picked him up. He signed to the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
Dorian Finney-Smith has agreed to a 4-year, $53 million deal with the Houston Rockets.
That's who having a great sneaky off season.
Yeah.
Like with them acquiring KD, and then you bring Fred VanVleet back, bring Jabari Smith back, who we about to talk about next.
Yep.
And then like I said, get Dorian Finney-Smith, three-point shooter. Who else they got? I saw the roster
3
like
guys, like veteran guys.
yeah, like the Rockets. They got a decent contending team.
Yeah,
it's just
they
all
do.
about how they mesh in health wise. As
Yeah.
long as everybody stay healthy.
Well, Solomon just mentioned this next one. Jabari Smith Jr. from the Houston Rockets. He signed a 5-year, $122 million deal. And like you said,
Like,
I mean,
honestly, I'm not mad at that, but because y'all know Jabari Smith is not my favorite player. I don't dislike him, but I just feel like he's not that good in my eyes. But I haven't watched that much film of him. But the little film I have watched recently, since he's been signed, I understand why they signed him.
why he got that money, yeah.
He's consistent with what he do for them. He rebounds, he scores, he make great decisions. He don't turn the ball over that much. Like, they see a fruit in him, and I understand what they see in him based off watching just a little film from him.
Okay, based off the little film that you did watch of him, would you still have chosen him over Jalen Green?
For what the Rock is looking for right now, yes, I would have. Because your number one option is not giving you 20 points on a nightly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he'll go out for those 3 games where he have 27, 32, then have a 40. But then he come back with 5 games, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather take somebody that can give me 10 to 12 every game than somebody that's having a burst of 20 points this 3 games, then a slump of 5 points this 10 games.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Consistency.
Exactly.
Consistency,
So,
yeah.
and then you bring in KD. Yes, he's old, but KD is still a 20-point consistent scorer.
Yeah.
Regardless
He
of
still is, yeah.
how old he get, how long he play the game, he is gonna average 20 points regardless.
He is,
and
yeah.
that's just because the way he plays the game basketball.
Yeah.
He gets to his spot, he know where he gonna score from regardless. But yeah, like I was saying, I'd rather take a veteran Kevin Durant I know that's gonna give me 20 points a game, plus a Jabari Smith that I know that's gonna give me 15 a game, plus Sengun that's giving me 20 a game. Then Fred gonna come in with his 12, 15, maybe pop out for 20.
Yep.
He ain't gonna have 5, 6 assists with a man Thompson having 18 points, 7 rebounds, and locking up your best player.
Yep.
So like, I see where the Rockets going. Then you got, like I said, Dorian Finney-Smith, 3-and-D guy, gonna come in.
They
you got,
building.
Like,
they definitely are building.
and
yeah.
like I said, they in win now mode.
Yeah.
So for the team they have now, they definitely can make a push in the West.
Yeah, I think
Especially
so too.
considering what they did last year.
Right.
And pretty much bringing everybody back from last year except for
Except
Jalen Green and Dylan
But
Brooks.
look who you got in his place, though.
Exactly. You got Kevin
so-
Durant and then you got Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith gonna make up for the defense you lost in Dylan Brooks and give you a little bit more of an offensive production. Because Dylan Brooks had a great offensive season last year compared to what he's been having. But that comes from your number one option not being consistent.
Yep.
Them other guys got to step up and increase their scoring role.
I agree. But moving on the next one, the Memphis Grizzlies, they gave Jared Jackson Jr. 5 years, $240 million. What you think?
I'm not mad at that. Honestly, because Jared Jackson Jr. is not a bad player.
He's
Defensive
not.
player of the year.
Yeah.
All-Star, been playing, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, and I'm not saying he can't play the 5. I just feel he thrives better at the 4 because he can stretch the floor some. And then, like, I'm not going to say he's not physical, but he's just not that physical, like, just mainly physical type center. So they just add another defensive, like, not even say another defensive threat in the paint, but just a real center that just in the paint, like in the paint only. You know what I'm saying? I feel like his game will thrive way better, but I just wonder what they gonna do with Ja. Like,
and then the day after he signed that contract,
he got hurt.
His toe.
Yep.
So I think he's gonna miss the start of the season because of that toe. But
it's crazy.
I know he had to have surgery. But this next one, I was surprised, but I really wasn't surprised by it. But the Milwaukee Bucks are waiving Damian Lillard and stretching the remaining $113 million on his contract in order to acquire Miles Turner from the Indiana Pacers.
Now that was surprising. Like the fact that Indiana traded Miles Turner. Yes. Like, he was your guy. Like, he's been there.
Yes.
But I'm not mad at the trade because, like I said, and Ben said on the podcast, I feel like he could have did more for them in this playoff run.
Yeah.
Considering that you went this deep and you've been there forever and y'all ain't never did this.
Yeah.
Like,
but if you're Tyrese Halliburton, are you mad at the Indiana Pacers front office?
I am. But at the same time, it's a business, man. Like,
yeah. And, like, okay, I didn't know this either. I saw this on ESPN. The Indiana Pacers have not paid a luxury tax the past 20 seasons. If they had kept Miles Turner, they would have had to pay one this season. So they weren't willing to pay it to keep him.
Well, it's about that money, man. Like
you just said, it's a business.
Exactly, bro. And I mean, yeah, Indiana got the money for going to the final. They had a deep run, but Indiana's a small market team, man. They don't have that type of funds, just to throw it out there, you know. Yeah. And like, yes, they're an NBA team. They have funds, but this is a lot of money, bro. Yeah. Like, this is a lot of money.
And Miles Turner signed with the Milwaukee Bucks on a 4-year, $107 million deal. So
for the Bucks, I'm not mad at that.
So, hey, let me ask you this: the Bucks got Miles Turner. Giannis think about staying now?
No.
Is that enough?
It's not, though. That's what I was about to say. So that's not enough for them to make Giannis happy for him to try to get another championship, bro. Okay. Like,
and then I get that too, because even based off of Miles Turner's play in this past NBA Finals, he showed you that he's not enough. You know?
And Miles Turner don't even have to be just a superstar guy. For what he was doing in the playoff, that's enough for Giannis. Because Giannis going to give you 30 and 15.
Yep.
Giannis just need a star guard that can just help him just a little bit. Literally, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yep.
Like, that's all he needs. Like, I don't know who they can go get that can just help Giannis just a little bit from their guard play.
When they won the championship?
Drew Holiday. It was Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Like, and it wasn't even the fact that they were just scoring a lot of points. It was just Drew Holiday played defense. We know how Drew Holiday. Same thing with the Celtics. Right place, right time, every time. Point guard, make the best decision for the team on the floor defensively. Always in the area to get a steal. Offensively, always backdoor cut, just like how Alex Caruso was doing with the OKC Thunder when they won the finals this year.
Yep, that's it.
You don't need much around Giannis to win the finals.
But they wouldn't give him.
But that's what I'm saying. They have nothing around him to win the finals with now. Who, Kyle Kuzma? No. Miles Turner? No.
So Giannis, as of right now, he's still with the Bucks. We will keep an eye out for this story. But moving on, Dennis Schroeder, he's on another team. He agreed to a 3-year, $45 million deal with the Sacramento Kings. He's been on a lot of teams.
10.
Yeah, that's
10.
a lot. Has he even won a championship?
Nope. Man, I don't even think he ever been to the finals.
He's been
I
on
don't
a
even
lot.
think he ever been to a conference finals.
I know he's been to the playoffs, but I don't think a conference finals either. The next story, this boy got paid.
Mm-hmm.
NBA MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has agreed to a 4-year, $285 million supermax contract extension with the Thunder through 2030-31. It is the richest annual salary for a player in league history.
Shout out to Shai, but the G in his name is not silent.
I said Gilgeous. Gilgeous.
Shai Gilgeous
Gilgeous.
Alexander.
Alexander. I thought that's what I said.
No,
Okay.
you saying Gilgeous. I don't know what you saying. You saying like you got I-L-I or something.
Okay.
I'm just saying, so you won't be butchering these folk names. But again, shout out to Shai, man. Well deserved. You know, MVP, Finals MVP, Conference Finals MVP. You know, scoring champ. Did everything well deserved to get this contract.
He will make nearly $1 million per game in 2030-31.
Yep.
Starting in 2027-28 season, he makes $63,525,000. 28-29, $68,607,000. 29-30, $73,689,000. And the final year of the extension, 30-31, $78,771,000 for a total of $285 million. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of
But
money.
he's pretty much a Thunder for life.
That's a lot of money.
He's
But
pretty much a Thunder for life.
at the same time, they got him out the way
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's true. So now
I'm telling you, so when the up and coming year come, they gonna have it to sign
You guys
check. They gonna
enjoy
have it
it
to
up.
sign check do it.
Yep, that's
But the only
right.
thing about that though, one of them ain't gonna be able to make as much as the other.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna have to sign at the same time. Cause they
Yeah.
came in the same draft. But I feel like the way it's looking, I see J-Dub getting the most, more than Chet.
I do too. Yeah, right now.
Right now, but you
yeah.
just never know.
You never know,
never know.
how the season will change. Nicholas Batum, a good 6-man off the bench from the Los Angeles Clippers, he decided to return to them on a 2-year, $11.5 million deal.
He been in the league a long time.
He has, and he's a three-point shooter too. So
Yeah, that's a 3-and-D type of
yeah.
guy, role player. But he like I said, he's just been in the league a long time, like a long time.
you hear that clicking?
That's their fan.
Oh. Okay, the next story. LeBron James. LeBron James is opting to his $52.6 million player option for the 25-26 season. This is the first time in 23 years he's ever been on a contract that's in his last year. What you think?
LeBron finna retire, man. I told y'all I won't go down. ESPN breaking news. LeBron walk in, sit the chair down. I'm gonna make a video just to show y'all how it's gonna
How
be
it's
when
gonna
LeBron
happen.
retire.
Well, we know it won't be this year.
Now we know it ain't gonna be this year. I figured it wasn't gonna be this year, but I really thought he was gonna surprise some people. But he not getting no championship, not this upcoming season.
Like I said,
If he does, Luka gonna have to average 50.
he can do it. He can do it. They said Luka done lost weight too. He can do it.
It's cool to average 50, but it ain't nothing when you average 50 and you giving up 50 points.
That is true too. That is true. But we all know the Lakers needed a center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, DeAndre Ayton, he finalized a contract buyout with the Portland Trailblazers to become a free agent. And the Los Angeles Lakers signed him on a 2-year deal with the second year being a player option. What you think about that pickup?
That's not a bad pickup for the Lakers, just considering the fact they have no center at all.
Right.
But I definitely feel, well, I'm not even going to say that because the centers that got traded or got signed really wasn't no better option than DeAndre Ayton. So, because I was going to say for the centers that was available, they could have got something else, but they really couldn't have though because
Who was left?
I would say you got Clint. I'd rather take DeAndre Ayton over. Well, they about tit for tat.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez old. I'm not taking a chance on him. Miles Turner. I mean, they could have took a chance on Miles Turner, but who would have thought Indiana would have let him go?
Yeah.
And in the way that
and
it
then
happened,
you traded him still in the East to
yeah,
one
like
of your main
yeah, I'm gonna say
contenders.
the way it happens. I don't think the
Yeah.
Lakers. I don't think nobody in the league was expecting that knew that was going down. So for what was left, DeAndre Ayton is not like I said. It's not a bad pickup. Gonna get you some rebound. And then he playing with Luka. Luka is a great playmaker. Ian Brun, they make players around them better. So they gonna elevate his game. It's just all about
what he does.
Yeah, what he does health wise and everything else.
Yeah. So, but he's on the Lakers now. Now, this next team we hadn't talked about much, but they've been making some moves in this offseason. The Denver Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
They have gotten Cam Johnson. Bruce Brown is back with them. Giannis Valanciunas and Tim Hardaway Jr.
All the Nuggets doing is they sat back, watched how the Thunder won the championship, and they just went back to their roots. Because if you pay attention to it, the way the Nuggets won their championship and the way the Thunder won their championship wasn't the same. Because I'm not going to say the Nuggets defense was as good as the Thunder defense, but the way that team was built was the same.
Yeah.
You had your two superstars with the Nuggets with Jamal Murray and Jokic. Then you had Aaron Gordon, your third guy, just great, just do everything.
Yeah.
Play defense, rebound, just be at the right place at the right time. Exactly. Yeah, that's your Alex Caruso from the Thunder on the Nuggets. Then you got Michael Porter Jr. was just a shooter, like 6'8", 6'9", gonna knock the three down when you know he needs to, gonna rebound. Got long arms to play defense. So
they traded him for Cam Johnson.
Yeah, we talked about it on the last episode. Right. And then, like I said, had Bruce Brown, 3-and-D guy, knows basketball. Who was on that team? Like, the Nuggets just went back to their roots. Exactly. Like, team. great role play. They saw what the Thunder did, and they were like, okay, we did this same thing when we won a championship. Now we just got to go back to it. Rely on our core guys, and then just put a great surrounding cast around. Like I said, Cam Johnson, great three-point shooter, gonna play defense. Bruce Brown, great basketball IQ, great three-point shooter, gonna play defense. Was on the team when they won. I already know what it takes to do it with this team. Exactly. Tim Hardaway Jr. again. Three-point shooter.
He's considered a veteran.
Exactly. Jonas Valanciunas, another just center for Jokic, just not bad. Can get the job done while Jokic ain't on the floor. So the Nuggets been doing their thing.
Yep. So
for sure,
the NBA offseason has been interesting to say the least so far. It's still some blockbuster trades that are going to happen that we gonna be clueless about. We just gonna have to sit back and watch.
I really don't think nothing blockbuster is gonna happen, bro. Because not all teams are in debt, but with this luxury tax and this apron stuff, it's making it hard for the offseason to really
boom like it used to.
Because if you a team that's contending, that's trying to go get Giannis and have this they are contending, you paying somebody a lot of money because you're contending. Yeah. So that means you have a great superstar that you trusted, plus some other guys around that you paying. So how are you going to be able to give up those 2-3 players for Giannis when you can't?
Player,
or give up 3-4 draft picks, for Giannis when you can't do that. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard. And some other notable free agents that's still on the market. And I kind of understand why they're still on the market. Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just hard to take a chance on him. He's older, I ain't going to say he's lost a step, but he's just not the same. He don't have a consistent jump shot.
Yeah.
He can get to the rim, but is hit or miss on the foul call.
It is. Then you got Chris Paul still out there. He hadn't officially retired.
Again, another one you scared to take a risk with. Older, injury prone. Great veteran, but it's just hard just to give up that cap space for him.
Al Horford is still unsigned. And Al is 40. He's Bron.
Again, another one taking the risk on. Yes, he hasn't shown injury problems, but
he hasn't even shown a decline either.
He hasn't, but it's just going to be hard to take that risk.
Yeah.
To be I'm putting my faith in Al.
Yeah.
A 40-year-old player
that's been in the league a long time.
Exactly. It's their risk there.
Yeah.
It's just their risk.
And the last one, Dame Lillard, you know, like I said, the Bucks waived him.
But
he tore his
I'm gonna say exactly.
Achilles.
Team know he's not gonna be back next
Yeah.
season, so they not finna take a chance with signing him.
If you're Dame, do you retire?
Honestly, it's gonna be hard to accept it, but yes, you have to. Like,
and I hate for him to have to go out that way.
but he got to
But,
though.
I mean,
Then it's so late in his career.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
like
yeah.
Dame, like 30. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's older than 30.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying 30 as in the
Oh.
number 30, but he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
So like, it's just old. He's older at the end of his career. Got this Achilles tear. It's just team's not gonna take no chance on him, bro.
Speaking of Achilles tear, I saw Jason Tatum already in rehab.
Yeah.
So
But see, Jason Tatum young, like he like 27, 28.
Yeah,
so
he can bounce back.
exactly. He got time to come back, more time to
Yes.
come back and recover from the Achilles.
Yeah. And one more story before we end this episode. The New York Knicks finally got a coach. They are hiring two-time NBA Coach of the Year Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember he coached the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Lakers and the Sacramento Kings. He's been in the league around the league for a long time. So
Man, like I like that coaching pickup for the New York Knicks, man. Great coach, you know, to come in and coach those guys, especially like coming off the back-to-back season that they just had, like. The players in the locker room know, like, we right there.
Yeah.
We're right there.
Right, knocking on the door.
So, coming in with this coach, he know what he doing. He know how to change and turn the organization around. So, like I said on the last episode when you asked that question, who, like, right there at the door, I feel like the Knicks definitely right there, like, right there. And going back, because I saw some people comment on the video.
I was just finna say that,
They say Cleveland. Yes, Cleveland is there, but it's like I've been saying, and I've been saying this for so long. Like, you can go back and watch older episodes. I've been saying this about Cleveland. Cleveland is missing LeBron. Like, they're like, and you laughing, but they're missing a 3. They have everything else but a 3. A small forward that can come in, not even just score crazy, but just rebound, play defense, hustle. Like, they missing it everywhere at the right time person.
Cleveland Cavaliers. You know who they got. Do you trade for Bron? If you're the Los Angeles Lakers, do you send Bron back to Cleveland for his final season? And as the Cleveland Cavaliers organization, what are you giving up for him?
That's what I'm about to say. So I don't think Cleveland have enough to give up to get Bron. What to even make it interesting for the Lakers to give up Bron. Because you don't really have to give up a lot per se.
I was just going to say the ESPN analyst said Bron ain't worth as much as we think.
I'm going to say he's not worth that much. But it's still LeBron James.
It's still LeBron
And
James.
I'm the Lakers looking at the Cavaliers like, y'all were the number 1 seed in the East. Even though y'all got put out in the playoffs early, adding LeBron.
Guaranteed Eastern Conference Finals champ.
Like, I ain't going to say guaranteed Eastern Conference Finals champ, but guaranteed Eastern Conference Finals. Well, with the way the East looking this year, yeah, Eastern Conference Finals champ. Yeah. Forget all that. Eastern Conference Finals champ. For sure. For a fact.
So, Darius Garland, them boys, they can't get them up.
Honestly, with them signing Lonzo, if I'm looking to trade for Bron, I'm throwing Darius Garland in there. Because I can trust Lonzo at my 1. Because people fail to remember, before Lonzo Ball got hurt, that Chicago Bulls team with him, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, that team was going to do something in the East. That team was going to be a good team. He just got hurt and they lost their point guard, so they didn't have nobody. They didn't have nobody there to control the show. Right. It was just DeMar DeRozan per score, Zach LaVine per score, Alex Caruso role player, defensive. Like, if Lonzo would have stayed, that team would have been a good, decent team at the East.
A good core team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I
you
agree.
bring Lonzo in, he gonna play defense, gonna play make, can give you some points. So I trust him at my 1 with the run at Donovan Mitchell at the 2. So I throw Darius Garland in there to trade. I'm throwing in like some of them guys that came in off the bench that was just like.
And then
like,
just for the storyline, if you send Bron to Cleveland, you gotta send Bron in the package.
No,
too.
no,
That's just for the
no,
storyline.
no.
Yes,
That's what messing everything up. Just Brun leaving don't mean Brunny got to go. We don't want Brunny. We just want Brun. What is Brunny gonna add? No.
That's the blockbuster trade we waiting to happen.
No.
We called it here first when it happened.
But nah, like honestly though, for real, Cleveland just need like a solid 3, a solid small forward / power forward to just come in, defensive, grit, rebound, go knock the 3 down, gonna be, in their right place at the right time.
Yeah.
I just don't know who they can go get for their role besides like a LeBron James or like a Cooper Flag or even like a Giannis, but they can't. They
ain't got enough.
They gonna have to give up their core to go get Giannis.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got. You got
Or even if they go get like a Zion, that just be a risk of him not being healthy.
Yeah.
But if he could be healthy, even throwing Zion in their lineup would make them probably the top team in the East for sure.
Like you said though, it's just him staying healthy,
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got my beat up quote of the week, man. You got anything else for the people?
I don't think so. Y'all just keep watching, subscribe. We got some big things coming. 2-year anniversary episode coming up.
Oh yeah, man.
Got some big things planned in the works.
Yeah, like Toy said, 2-year anniversary coming up. We got some videos coming out before the 2-year anniversary, man. So y'all just stay tuned for that. So, man, we got a lot going on, man. Got a lot of things we trying to do, man. Well, I ain't gonna say trying to do because the things that we got coming up now are already booked, already scheduled, so they gonna come up. Got bigger things coming after that and planned, so y'all just stay tuned, man. But be there for the week. For this week is a creative man is motivated by the desire to achieve, not by the desire to beat others.
You can't compete with nobody else. Keep your eyes on your own prize.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Until next time, I'm Toya.
I'm Solomon.
Remember, be different.
Peace.